Hi there, I'm Sarah Simister. You're listening to the 1000 Second Album, and I have a song for you that you should listen to. It's Blowin' Cool by Swervedriver.
Hi, I'm Jeff Steven, and you're listening to the 1000 Second Album podcast. This season, we're talking about must-hear songs as I continue to ask people that are important to me all about the music that's important to them. Enjoy! Please welcome Sarah Simister.
Hi there.
Greetings and welcome back, I should say. And the song of choice today is by Swervedriver. It is Blowin' Cool. And what was your intro to Swervedriver?
For me, it was Lush. It was the band Lush. And actually, it was because back in, I'm going to say 2011, 2010, my husband Kevin and I, we were playing Rock Band on the Xbox. And you get to learn some of these songs, having to play them over and over again. And for Rock Band, it was Lush's Deluxe,
Mhm.
having to sing that over and over again. And it just I like it's considered a shoegaze type of band, Lush, but listening to it, I really enjoyed that band's music, and I thought, well, I want to explore other shoegaze bands. I felt ready for it, I guess. And Swervedriver came up. And, the era of shoegaze was like in the early 90s, thereabouts. So that's sort of where I explored it. And Swervedriver's first single that I was aware of was Duel. I'm pretty sure they had others, but Duel's from the album Mazgo Head, and loved the song. So I thought, well, I'll download the album and I'll listen to it. And it was from there that basically I had it playing in the car on my way to work. I had a long commute every day, so I would listen to that. And I don't know, Blowin' Cool was one of those songs that, it's there, but then you just okay, it just kind of enters your ear. And it was a hot day. And the air conditioning is blowing cool. I'm like, wow, this is cool. And I didn't really think much about the lyrics or anything like that because all I heard was it's blowing cool outside today. And I'm like, well, it's not blowing cool outside today. It's actually quite hot. But it's blowing cool inside my car.
That's
And
right.
from there, it was like, I like this song. The riffs, it's the bass, the bass guitar, da 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 da, and it was just sort of like, wow, yeah, just brings you right in. Um, Adam Franklin's voice, the singing, and it just kind of hits you, and it becomes an earworm that you just want to listen to on repeat, and that's sort of how I got into Swervedriver, and I love it. I
Yes.
I can listen to that thing over and over again and not get tired of it.
Yes. And you're not
Uh,
alone there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find the same? Like
Oh,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
There's just something about that song, and
Yeah.
it really is a gateway
Yeah.
because like I'm listening to it and it's like, okay, what else? What else is there? And
For
it really
sure.
got me familiar with the other songs in the like it's just a wonderful piece in that album because Duel was sort of like a melodic and then a calming, and then it starts up with Blowin' Cool.
Yes. That's right. Nice. The and for me, I like that idea of it being the gateway too, because when I asked you what was your intro, my intro is you. So I would somehow this took completely escaped my radar until 2024. But the fact that you just
Wow.
yeah, but the fact that you discovered this in 2010, 2011 gives me hope that it's never too late to
Hey,
get in and enjoy it, which is encouraging for sure.
it's
And
true. It's true. Yes. Like people say, well, actually it was the lyrics that got me. Well, initially, of course, it's blowing cool outside today, and it's like that kind of hits you. But I find that he doesn't enunciate. The lead
Yes.
singer doesn't enunciate much. So I had to actually read the lyrics to I've always had a problem with that anyway. But because of the song itself, you can't really make out a lot of the lyrics, in my opinion,
No.
until you know them.
No.
And then it's like, oh yeah, I understand them. I think the music itself is what got me into the song. But I don't know, have you read the lyrics?
It's
Because
funny. I had to do the same thing where the it's I guess the early 90s too weren't known for their diction, and very few took elocution lessons, I think, before doing
right.
lead vocals in the 90s. So it was the same sort of thing where when I was thinking like, oh, what's he actually singing there? Is he saying good morning? Is he saying cool morning? What's going on here? And so
Yeah.
so looking it
Yeah,
up was
and
important.
it's funny too because you know how you just kind of sing along to it and you kind of pretend to know the lyrics, but then you read them, it's like, you got it right. White hot morning, the blinding light of day holds sway. I love that line. It's like it's got the cockles into you, like
Yes.
the talons are into you. It's a hot morning. You're not, and barefoot yawning, wipe the night out from my eyes. And it's slowly dawning that the summer town's a merry-go-round. So, it conjures up to me that where this guy is living is in sort of like a seaside, like I don't know, Coney Island or
Sure.
something. I don't know, where, like a bunch of tourists show up and there's a whole bunch of activity, but yet this person doesn't want to be a part of that.
Yes. And there's yeah,
And
that merry-go-round imagery. It's almost a repetitive nature to
like
his
it's
day as well.
panic and
Yeah.
chaos, and
Yeah.
the stakes get risen daily in every way. There's more to pay. And it's like, wow. It's like it just makes you wonder, like, so what is this guy going through? And
But
I'm not searching for those changes. It happens every day, like things get rearranged, but you're the one to make it stay. And I'll tell you, Jeff, the one thing I found interesting when I watched the band sing this live. Now, mind you, this is from '93, because it's only the lead singer singing it. He cuts that "you're the one that makes it stay" out of the singing live.
oh,
And I'm like, I wonder why, but I
yeah.
found that interesting, because to me, you're the one that makes it stay. It's almost like you're the one that makes me stay here. I
Right.
don't want to be here in this chaos, but you're the one that's anchoring me here. But when
Right.
he's singing it live, it sort of cuts that out. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
And that's
I
interesting because it was over top of like it was at the end of the section where the music cut out as well. So if the music cuts out and then without the vocal there, it's sort of just a
Weird.
space then. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there's a space there, and it's like it's missing, unless he's waiting for the whole, audience to sing,
Oh,
the
perhaps, yeah.
spectators. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
didn't hear that, but
Yeah.
anyway, I really I really like the song and the symbolism of it, and like having it hot but blowing cool, and like there's an element of white hot, but you know sooner or later things cool down.
Yes.
And in the second part of the song, it almost talks about, well, the summertime's over and we're getting back to normal, but yet it talks about it, now's the right time for crime. And it's like, wow, what does that mean too? Like there's so much that I could think about in the lyrics of the song. And like I just I think it's just this guy feels trapped. I
Right.
feel it feels to me like he's trapped you know, in his town, and but
Yeah.
he's staying for somebody that he cares about. I
Right.
Maybe I'm looking too much into
No, but
it.
that makes it a fascinating interpretation of it, where usually when someone does a lyric like "you're the one that's," it's a an ode, or it's like it's a tribute. But in this case here, it could be saying like "I'm miserable, but you're making me happy." But at the same time,
Right.
I would be less miserable if I wasn't here, and it's because of you that I'm still here.
I'm
And so it's
staying.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
tricky.
Yeah.
And then throw
So
in that he leaves it out in the live version.
yeah, yeah.
And then what?
I know. I don't understand. I think probably because there's no one else that sings. So
Mhm,
he just sort of because it's an overlap.
for sure.
Um anyway.
Yeah, no, all of the above. I like that. And the
Yeah, yeah.
so clearly there's many ingredients there that are very likable. But what would you say it is about the whole package that makes Blowin' Cool a must-hear song?
Oh, I don't see that question's very subjective. But
Mhm.
for me, I mean, it's an overall package where it just sort of it starts with a nice, well, okay, here it is. If you listen to it on the album, it has the ending to the song Duel, where an ocean is coming in. It's a recording of basically like you're at the beach and you can hear the ocean come in. That's the sound you hear. And then you hear da 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 da,
Mhm.
you hear that bass and it's like nice calm and then it's like it's gonna swoop you up and take you.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it just carries you along into this serene but yet psychedelic and crunchy guitar
Yeah.
riff and those drums that just carry you, and then it starts up again. And I know that the song is not for everybody, but if you're into early Sloan or like I'm thinking of Underwhelmed,
Yeah.
Peppermint, there,
Mhm.
if you are, want to listen to something that's not Pearl Jam, not Stone Roses, or whatever, whatever you want to put on grunge or, shoegazing. You want something a little bit in between in a wedge kind of thing, kind of a Venn diagram of
Yeah.
all of that.
Now you're speaking my language.
Then this here, Swervedriver is right up your alley.
Yeah.
Like give them a try because there's a little bit of a elements of everything in there. There's hard rock, there's you know sensitivity there. Even in the album itself, I don't know if you explored the whole album, but there's kind of an element of like there's a last train to Saintsville that sounds a bit like surf
Okay. Yeah.
surfing music.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of everything in there. I find it particularly Blowin' Cool is just one of those songs that I great driving song,
Yeah.
great if you're feeling like a bit depressed. I find that sort of kind of validates it a little
Sure.
bit. Like it's okay to feel that way because I feel that way. The guy in
Mhm.
the song, he's like, I sort of feel that way. I got that sense. Or, if you want something that's just rocking,
Yeah.
that's for you too. It just sort of brings it all together.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
Yeah. No,
For me,
yeah.
it lifts me up and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. And the
So
it's funny I scribbled down here smeared era Sloan-esque. And so when yeah,
yeah,
like that especially in the part where it does the cool morning where like there's the tambourine rattling around and it's like, oh yeah, this is pure like median strip or underwhelmed or 500 up. Like it's just which is again
500
right up my
up.
street.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I know we're both language enthusiasts, but there's something that I have a weakness for dropped G's in song titles so that it's blow
Blowin'.
in. Yeah.
I know. I had to make sure that it's not blowing, it's
Yes.
blowing.
Blow in.
Blowing cool,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a British like they're going with their accent or something, like
Yeah.
if that's, blowing.
Yeah. That's right.
We do that here. We do that in
Yeah.
Canada.
It's
Blowing.
true. It's true. The and
Yeah.
there's something about it too is like you said, it's just them doing what they do. And I think that's probably I really felt like the target audience for this song where it's amazing I didn't hear it at the time because it's the four piece, the two guitar, the bass drums, just the energy that they had together with the contrast of the up tempo, but yet the lyrics are like contrast with it.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. And that bass, that same bass line
Yes,
carries throughout the entire song.
yes,
That same da 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 da.
yeah,
And like I'm listening to it even in the chorus of of the song. And then the drums.
yeah.
Da, 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 da. And the OCD in me is like, okay, 10, 10 drums
Yeah,
before they start up
yes,
the start up again, and then 26 at the end.
yeah,
Like, and then that guitar with the psychedelic
yes,
sound that comes in.
yeah.
And it just I don't know, it works. It
It
just works
does.
so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just works so well.
I would agree with that for sure. And a huge thank you for coming today, Sarah. And until the next time,
Thanks for having me.
enjoy.
This has been the 1000 Second Album Podcast. Thanks for sharing some of your time, energy, and attention with us today. Take care.